There's nothing quite like a fresh, hot bagel straight from the oven. I'm Shelly with Art for My Table, and today I'm teaching you how to make bagels from scratch. Over the last few weeks, as we have spent more time together as a family, this has sort of become a tradition in our house. And on Sunday nights, we gather in the kitchen and we make bagels. Making bagels from scratch is easier than you think, and it really just calls for a few staple ingredients. Of course, you can get creative on your mix-ins and try different flavorings, but today we're going to be making everything bagels. To start out, sprinkle a tablespoon of yeast over 1 1/3 cups of warm water. Now you want your water to be kind of like bath water. If it's too hot, it will kill the yeast. But if it's not warm enough, then your yeast won't activate. While you're waiting for the yeast to activate, lightly oil a glass bowl. Once your yeast is finished, you can add 2 teaspoons of salt and a tablespoon of brown sugar. Give that a little stir and pour it in the bowl of a stand mixer. I like to start my dough off in the stand mixer just to help it get combined easier, and then we will knead it by hand. Pour the water and yeast mixture into the bowl. Now this recipe calls for 4 cups of flour, but we're going to be adding them gradually. So add the first 2 cups of flour and let the stand mixer start to combine things together. When it's mostly combined, you can add the additional flour. Turn it out to a flat surface and start to knead it by hand. You can do this simply by pushing the heel of your hand into the dough and folding it over. Just continue doing this until you have a nice, smooth consistency. It can take 5 to 10 minutes or so. Once you've done that, form it into a ball and place it into your lightly oiled bowl. Then cover it with saran wrap. The first rise is going to be about 90 minutes. Now that could be give or take, just depending on the temperature that it is in your kitchen. We're going to add a couple of tablespoons of everything bagel seasoning to the dough, and then continue to knead it to get the seasonings evenly dispersed. Now you have flexibility here. Go ahead and use more if you like yours a little more seasoned. Go ahead and use less, whatever works best for you. Once that's combined well, we're going to cut the dough into 12 equal sections. I find the easiest way to do this is to form it into a log. Cut that log in half, and then cut each of those halves in half again. So you should have 4 equal sections. Now each of these sections will be cut into thirds. And now you have 12 sections. Once you have all of your sections formed into the dough balls, we're going to let it rise a second time. This rise will be 30 minutes. During the second rise, you can start to prepare your water bath and preheat your oven. Your oven needs to go to 425 degrees. You want to bring around 3 quarts of water to a gentle boil. Once it's boiling, you can add 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. If you don't have brown sugar, you can use white sugar. You can use a combination of brown and white sugar. You can even use honey. When the dough is finished with its second rise, it's time to shape them into bagels. The easiest way to do this is just to use your thumb to poke a hole in the center and then just form it into a circle. Once all of them are shaped, it's time for the water bath. So working in batches, you want to gently place the bagels into the water bath. Boil it for 2 minutes on one side, then gently flip them over and boil them for an additional minute. Carefully lift them out of the water, letting the excess water drip off, and then place them right back on your baking sheet. At this point, we are going to brush the tops of the bagels with an egg wash. To make an egg wash, just crack an egg in a small bowl and whisk it with a fork. You can use a pastry brush to gently brush the tops of the bagels. After the egg wash, we'll add a little more seasoning to the tops of the bagels. And then they're ready for the oven. You want to bake them for 20 to 25 minutes, but ovens do vary, so just keep your eye on them. And that is how you make bagels from scratch. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be kept in the loop when new videos become available. Enjoy your bagels, and I will see you next time.